Hello, 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 beautiful world. This is Faris Al Hajri, PhD, AM. We're so excited to be completing already 5 years consecutively in Virginia for the sake of achieving our strategy plans. Two strategies, main strategies we're working. One is to substantiate the effectiveness of aqua revitalize therapy, simply known as publicly as hot water therapy. And strategy number two is to have a wellness projects in various sizes, in addition to wellness organization non-profit. Until when human being will remain dumb, deaf, and blind? Why do we talk about this? Why particularly? Why do we say till when human will be blind, deaf, and so on? Why? Let's go back to history. Look at so many renowned people throughout the history, what they've been talking about the future, about the doctor of the future, and so on. And some of them have revolted. Look at Thomas Edison. What did he say about the doctor of the future? Himself, he was a medical doctor. And he said that the doctor of the future will not use medicine in the frame of humans, healthcare system, in diet, and so on. So today is the doctor of the future as we realize what is happening to the world. Let's go back in time as Andrew Taylor Steele, the founder of osteopathic medicine, when he founded the tenets of osteopathy, when he was the first founder of the first college of osteopathic medicine in the United States of America. He was a medical doctor. 3 of his children died of meningitis. Then he revolted. He started to attack pharmaceutical industry. That is him, he said. And he found why? Because he found the body innate ability to self-healing, self-protection, and self-maintenance, self-regulation. So, but that is one part of osteopathic medicine. But let's come to understand that there are some mysterious missing puzzles that could not be evolved within time unless today we can say, we proclaim. Let's take an example of a man-made vehicle, a machine. A vehicle is made by human. A vehicle runs on its own artificial man-made fuels. Fuels by means of brake oil, engine oil, lubricant, coolant, and so on. If that vehicle is depleted from one of its fuels, then the vehicle will not run. So osteopathic medicine has discovered the vehicle, which is the tenet of osteopathy. But where the other side, we discover the fuels. And these fuels, we have coined them the fields, F-E-E-L''S, or the 4 essential elements of life. Why did we call them the fields, or the 4 essential elements of life? Simply because hot water is the source of water, oxygen, hydrogen, energy. What is amazing here, the discovery of this hot water therapy, so simple, colorless, costless, free, toxic free, but it's the ultimate solution to your entire physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual health. In addition, the exclusive source of every living organism on this earth planet. Until when human being will remain blind, deaf, and mute. Why? Why do we have to turn our body into a laboratory that will have to undergo experimentation of taking the so-called human-made medicines, drugs? Why don't we take a 1 minute silence and listen to Thomas Edison, listen to Andrew Taylor Steele, listen to so many prominent figures, Dr. F. Faridun Batmanglij, and so many prominent personalities. Could be that the world was still divided. Today we came to understand the missing puzzle has been discovered. For the reason, looking at the human development taking place, it's the amniotic fluid. Did the human being made that amniotic fluid to the womb of the mother? That's yours, mother. That's my mother. That is the mother of every person. There is no single human being on this earth planet can evolve, develop, the fetal grow and get completed and the birth take place without the presence of amniotic fluid. And amniotic fluid is hot water. The temperature is hot. It's not cold. It is not warm. It is not boil. It is not ice. It is simply hot water. And water by means of the most purified water ever. 99% water. 37.5 degrees Celsius, which is 1 degree higher than the mother's normal temperature. So hot water, the source of creation and growth of every human being. Without the water cycle, there will never be any life on earth. Any living organism will never exist in this earth planet. Excuse me. Excuse me. No human being will ever exist. You know why? Or any living organism. Because otherwise the oceans will remain stagnant, will remain undrinkable, salty. But it's where from the oceans that where the strike of the sunlight on the surface of the ocean, making the water to become heated, so to become hot, so that the covalent bonds of hydrogen and oxygen start to take place, get split. So you get this vapor, so the water cycle starts. Till when will the human being remain deaf, dumb, and mute, or blind, I can say. Deaf, blind, and dumb. Why? Why? Until when? Let's take 1 minute silent and understand, who are you? A piece of miracle, a piece of a body and soul. That soul never die. That soul is the subconscious part of you, the miracle you. Take a 1 minute to understand that anything you put in your mouth, you have the immune system that is the ready to protect you, sending the soldiers, the white blood cells on different stages, tackling the foreign invader. So that is the reason when you take food that you're not used to eat, or anything you put in your mouth, your body reacts aggressively because the immune system send the white blood cells, leukocytes and other white blood cells, to attack the foreign, to invade the foreign invader, the foreign body. What about the chemical that you put in your mouth, the drug, the so-called man-made fuel? These drugs, according to American Holistic Health Association, The human body, the entire human body is as a component of the body, the mind, so the physical part, emotional, mental, and spiritual. But if one part collapses, the entire system collapses. Your body fully relies on its essential fuels, the body's natural fuels, free from cost, colorless, odorless, and toxic free. Why do we underestimate the power of hot water that is the exclusive solution to your entire physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual? Why? Because water cannot be sold. Why? Because people used to say, Ferris, you cannot make money from water, hot water. It's not about making money, it's about how you impact the life of people. Now we invite every person here, please join this campaign. Let's make use of the social media, the exponential growth of the technology, free flow of the information. Where I am coming from, the Arabian Peninsula, from Sultanate of Oman, I move here to United States of America because the land of opportunity, the land you can talk free, the land where nobody can stop you. It's the people power. You have the freedom to bring information to whoever you want, as much as you do not violate this Constitution of the United States of America, as much as it is not it's not a pseudoscience. It's a toxic free. Who will stop you taking your hot water? Who will tell you hot water has a side effect? This has given us the campaign to move freely without either making claim. We do not make claim of treating diseases. We do say we revitalize. We help people revitalize. That means reinstate the human body back to its state of the physical, the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual part of you. Now people, the entire world is locked down. The economy collapsed. Are we moving towards the darkness age? How many millions and hundreds of millions of businesses are collapsing now? How much the governments and people and companies, organizations are collapsing, losing job, losing business. How many millions and millions and hundreds of millions and billions of people worldwide will lose opportunity to feed their loved one, to achieve their dream and ambition to make a better world because of the pandemic coronavirus? What's going on with the world? Let's take a minute, deep breath, and look at this coronavirus. COVID-19 is the fifth coronavirus that struck the world since 2003. And this is not the first pandemic. Going back to history, endless number of pandemics have struck the human being. But this is the fifth coronavirus that today hundreds of thousands of people targeted. And we see the report talking about people with medical conditions. What does it mean with medical condition? That means if you have been taking any drug, for example, are you diabetes or hypertensive, or you have any CVD problems, you've been taking drugs, that means your body has been compromised. Because when you take an injection, your immune system is being compromised, no longer doing its function to protect you. So your body turns into a robot so that it will depend on so-called the human-made artificial fuels, the drugs. So that you take the drug, you think that's going to make you good, but that chemical, because your body has been turned into dumb, and you turn yourself blind, dumb, and deaf. You do not realize the chemical of that drug going to your body can do more harm than will do good. So if your immune system fail to diagnose that chemical entering your body, And then your body responds to rely, your immune system no longer function, compromise, and your body compromise with a drug to fix what you try to fix. Whereas the fact we know that chronic ailments remain, people live throughout their life with chronic ailment. Why there is no cure for diabetes mellitus? Why there is no cure for cancer? I mean, ultimate cure is just to prolong life. Why there is no cure for so-called chronic ailments to many people, hundreds of millions of people? Why are we turning a human being like a human-made machine that we can trade, we can play, we can change a spare part and refix it and remove the finger, put another finger, and fix the body? But the fact is, we are creating a war of ourselves. We are fighting ourselves because we compromise our immune system, the capability to self-healing, self-protection, self-maintenance. Do we still need to remain blind, dumb, and deaf? So that the next pandemic, if this one, they find a vaccine for the coronavirus of COVID-19, just remember the impact it has caused to the world economy. But again, remember what could happen to the next if another coronavirus attacked the world. If a sixth coronavirus, do we still have to wait to see half of the world population is extinguished, that we lose our loved one, we lose? What's going on? If this virus did not differentiate between poor and rich, white and black, yellow and brown, between layman and educated, between whoever is, strike every human being. So we are at war within ourselves. We have compromised our immune system to keep depending on foreign bodies, these chemicals that we take in our body, and we let our immune system to become dumb so that it does not function. We compromise it. And then what's happening next? I'm not here to attack pharmaceutical industry, but they've done their best. They've done a lot. But this is a change, a mega change. We are entering a new 21st century healthcare system where every human being is considered to understand he has the right to live free from all chemicals. Your body does its own innate ability to self-healing, self-protection, and self-maintenance. But remember, your body is crying, craving for these natural, toxic-free, cost-free element, the hot water, the oxygen, hydrogen, and energy. So let's open our eyes as we open our mouth to share this new video. Anyone, please do share. Do not stop. Do not let this video stop within yourself. We have done our part for the last 13 years. It's now your part to join the campaign and call everyone to join. We also invite doctors, nurses to join, that they will be working in wellness projects more than working in hospitals, except emergency, accident emergency. Let's understand that pharmaceutical industry bring their money, start to put in a new healthcare system. That is this change of the 21st century. It's happening already irrevocably. Otherwise, we believe, we are totally certain, those who still hold their grip tight, they may end up losing the industry. It's not for me. It's the world itself is taking completely a new shift. After the coronavirus pandemic, now everybody come to understand, why should I take drug, keep my immune system compromised, when another coronavirus strike, I'll become the first victim. What is the secret for me to maintain my complete, natural, healthy lifestyle free from all these chemicals that could endanger my life? Please share to your loved one and rescue the life of whoever you can. And who knows what could this miracle substance can do to protect you from many health complications. We have not done any clinical study on coronavirus, COVID-19, but we have the symptoms that are caused by coronavirus, about the immune system, inflammation, CVD, cardiovascular disease. We have 3 clinical studies, clinical trials that have been done. 2017, 2018, and 2019 have been done in rats. And the results have been amazing. Comparing between the warm water and the hot water. The result with the hot water was beyond expectation, in addition to other benefits in terms of cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, LDL, the good cholesterol, HDL, and so on. So we call every organization. We are ready to provide the information, to do further clinical research study. We need anyone to join us and with this campaign, to whatever resources you have. We're looking forward to make a better world through your collaboration, through the join together. All human beings on this planet, 7.7 billion population on Earth, deserve to live healthy, wealthy, not just only healthy, but wealthy. And not every rich is wealthy, but every wealthy is rich. When we talk about being wealthy, is to possess the 5 factors of sustainable wealth. 1, power of faith. 2, PEM's health, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. 3, happiness. 4, skill and knowledge. And 5th, opulence, money. You can have them all 5. Just remember, it's time to wake up and stop turning ourselves dumb, deaf, and blind. Share to anyone. Share to whoever you want, whoever you can achieve. Let's make use of this technological advance of information technology, the social media. Bring it to whoever you can. Save lives today before we see more destruction of the world economy and many lives and millions of people dying. Thank you so much, beautiful world. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.